much, sir. Thank you, sir. Guys, good afternoon. And we are back again with the training module. So today and tomorrow we will be having online sessions like this. And today we have a couple of topics to complete, wherein, as usual, we are starting with the industry expectation. So as you are expecting the industry to pay you a good package, the industry also expects certain things from you graduates. Industry expectation from you graduates are not very high. We graduates expect a good salary, a good package from the industries. In the same manner, the industry also expects certain things from graduates. Okay, so if few of you have been already attending this program, please attend it once again, not a problem. No issues. You will get to know more ideas about industry expectation and how to prepare yourself to face the interviews, how to understand what is GD and what is the use of GD, right? How to prepare a resume that sells you. So there are a lot of things in industry expectation and other modules which I've already just told you. Whereas we'll just look into the first one, right? Industry expectation. So many people in the classroom, you have told me that industry expects something called as attitude. Then industry expects good communication, problem solving. Then what else? There are so many things which I got a response from the classes, right? So we are going into it once again deeply, and then we are getting more familiar with industry expectation and preparing ourselves and getting ready so that before you complete your graduation, you are having minimum at least 3 or 4 appointment offer letters in your hand. How many? 3 or 4. And you choose which is the best for you. You choose the person whom you're going to sell yourself for a better price. Right? When I mean sell yourself, it means the cost, how much the corporate is going to pay you. Right? So before looking into industry expectation, there are some questions which really matters a lot. So after you complete your degree, this is what will be the first question if you're not placed. Have you ever found yourself at the marketplace and wondered? Well, here I focus on the marketplace, which means job market. You got it? So you need to be familiar about the job market and what are all the requirements that you need to fulfill and what is the industry expectation from you. Right? So you have the question in you after you complete your degree, probably. Have you ever found yourself in the marketplace and wondered? Because you are not been preparing yourself, so you're not ready to face the interview panel members. And now, please attend this, and that will be something that which is at ease for you. You will find it very convenient to face the interview and get through and sell yourself for a good price. Okay? Have you ever found yourself in the marketplace and wondered? And there are many questions in your mind. The first question is, when you're sitting at home without a job, this is what is going to worry you very much. What am I doing here? I'm not being recruited. I'm not sold myself. So you're sitting at home and telling yourself this question because you are not prepared yourself well. And what is the next question in you? There is a kind of fear. There is a kind of fear in you, the biggest fear. There may be many points that you have. So the first point, what am I going to do for my future? If I go for an interview, will I be selected or not? If I have some difficulties in communicating. So these are certain big fears in you. Some person may say confidence. Right? Some person may say attitude. All these are the big fear which is in you, and that's going to be resolved. Right? And you start asking yourself big questions. What am I going to do? What is going to be my future? How am I going to settle down? What is going to be my package? All these questions pop up in you. All these questions pop up in you, right? So now you are going to see what do the employers seek from you? What does the corporate look out from you? So something the corporate wants from you. So what is this? The first point is adaptability. How you are able to adapt in a corporate company. How you are able to get along in the corporate company. What is the kind of grasping power you have? Coming to college, sitting in class, the professors can explain maybe once, twice, thrice, again and again. But that doesn't happen in a corporate. He tells you only once, you need to grasp. You need to catch it. You need to put it into action. Okay? The second point, communication. The most important point is communication. Wherein a corporate expects you to communicate, they have a kind of procedure to communicate. So it is how you communicate from the hierarchy down. Right? So the second point. Third point, computer literacy. Yes, you need to know computers, at least the basics. When I say basics, you can say how to email a person, right? How to put some details in Word, how to prepare your own Excel sheet. These basic information they expect from you guys, computer literacy. As a team player, as a fresher, they will not give you a individual position. You want to work with a team. You want to complete a project with the team. And if you are a good player, and if you complete your work, if you complete your quality of work, probably the next project you may become a team leader also. So keep that in mind. All corporates work as a team. All corporates works with projects, right? Wherein you need to produce quality of work. Your quality of work is very important. Please understand that if you don't do quality of work at home, your parents may scold you and you may be excused. The same thing in college, but let that not be repeated in your workplace. Corporates don't compromise on the quality of work. Understand that very carefully. Commitment. You need to be committed to your organization and fulfill the task which they give you. At the end of the day, it is performance that counts. If you are unable to perform, very difficult to survive. Right? Project management concepts. So your final year, you may have projects. Do it very sincerely. Do it by yourself. You may have questions in your interview about your project. Be prepared to answer, and you will work on projects also. Right? Foreign language. Yes, there are many foreign languages. The current trend, the highest paid foreign language is Japanese. So if you got a chance to learn Japanese or study Japanese, please do it. You get a very, very, very high package, probably 3 lakhs per month. Right? Next is etiquette and social skills. Etiquette, manners. You need manners, whether you work in a corporate or whether you study in a college or whether you are in the society. You need to have something called as behavior and manners, etiquettes. That etiquettes is very important as a social skill, which the corporate looks for. Okay? Moving on to the next. You guys need to know what is the meaning of career. Career is something very important. Not only for you, career is also important to me as well, for everyone as well. Whatever the business you do, okay, fine. Let's look into career in deep. So what is career? C stands for choice of job. What is the kind of job you are going to choose for your future? How you are going to take it through your life? So how bright is your future going to be with this choice of job, right? And the next one is A stands for right attitude. We always say positive attitude, but here it is right attitude. For you to enter a corporate, you need to have the right attitude. Having a wrong attitude, having an attitude which the corporate doesn't expect, then you may not get a chance to go into the corporate. Relevant knowledge, whatever knowledge you have, try to put forth it so that they understand the level how you are getting along. Right? You need to be in full enthuse in any corporate. You cannot think of the defects or the drawbacks which has happened previously. While entering the interview room itself, full enthuse should be in you. And of course, 3 years you studied here, and a corporate will tell you, you need to attend 2 months training, you need to attend 3 months training. You need to be prepared for that. You cannot say you studied here 3 years and you cannot say that I'm doing my master's now. So what do you learn there? You learn the corporate culture. You learn how the company acts. You learn how the company is managed. You learn how to report to your superiors. What is the culture of that organization? There are so many things to learn, and that you will be given special training on that. Right? And the next one, C-A-R-E-E, again R. Only if you are ready. All the other words, C-A-R-E-E, will come into place only if you are ready to grow. When I say ready to go, it means either you're ready to grow or ready to go. High in your designation, high in your profession, right? And automatically your bank account also grows. So the last R will fall in place only if the remaining words are going to be right. Okay? So moving on to the next. When are you going to start your preparation for your career? Well, yes. Excuse me. You can start your preparation right now, right away. Don't give me the answer as tomorrow. Excuse me. Don't give me the answer as we'll see later. It's immediately. How are you going to prepare and what are you going to do for your career, for your future? Right? So first you're going to make a list. And how are you going to get ready? The most important task you have. You're going to select one or two areas depending upon your interest. What is your interest? You need to select one or two areas. You may ask me, why should I select two areas? Yes, you need to have plan A, plan B. Right? Or it can be a general trend-driven area. Trend. What is the correct trend? Current trend is for this. Current trend is for this. So it can be current trend as well. Or niche area. Target in mind. My target is only to become a scientist. My target is to do research. My target is to go into any marketing field and earn good money. Fine, whichever you want. So for all this, you need to be analytical, logical, and you need to have a scientific mind. When I say scientific mind, you need to update your skills. You need to keep on updating your skills on a day-to-day basis, right? Your skills need not necessarily match the market demand. So what is the market demand? And what is your skills? You may be a BSc Maths student. You can go for a marketing job, not a problem at all. Right? You may be chemistry student or a physics student. You can go for a marketing job as well. Right? Abilities of showcase knowledge. Wherever you are, try to show your knowledge. Try to prove your knowledge. Whatever training you are undergone, please show them that you're trained. Project management, I already told you, the project work will be given to you. Right? And as well, what project you have completed, focus on that. Right? Any questions you can ask me on 20th probably, or on the next day. Right? Whatever degree you have, whatever job you have, whatever money you have, whatever pride you have, the first thing is you need to build your discipline by keeping your commitments. If you have made some commitments, if you have some commitments, please build your discipline accordingly. Call back when promised. If you make a promise, see that you fulfill it. Meet your deadlines. Keep targets for yourself. Right? Your college, you are studying now. Probably there are some students here who are doing their final year. You have your 5th sem and your 6th. So try to complete your graduation in these 2 sems. Don't prolong it by having arrears. Whatever arrears, see that you complete it by the 5th sem or at least by the 6th sem. Don't ask Madras University for the 7th sem. Okay, show up on time, be on time. Always try to be on time, but that never happens because this is college life, so we'll always be late. You will repeat the same thing in the corporate you join, and then it will be too late. So keep in mind. Okay, right? So first topic we have completed. Moving on to the next topic. However, it's going to be hard skill and soft skill. So the topic is going to be hard skill and soft skills. Right? I would get a lot of response when I say hard skills and soft skills. So doing a task which is very hard and difficult, students call it hard skill. Having pressure on you and working still more, again somebody calls it hard skill. So there are various views on hard skills, wherein we are going to see it in depth. Soft skills, doing something very pleasing, it can be a soft skill. Doing something which is ultimately makes you happy, again that becomes soft skill. No guys, please listen very much. You need, or we need to have something called as hard skill as well as soft skill to survive in this world. Please understand that. You need soft skill and hard skill to survive in this world. Right? So let's see what is hard skill. Hard skill are specific abilities that help people do certain jobs. These skills are acquired through formal education and training. Formal education is the one which you are doing your course now, and training is whether you have gone out to some other corporate company and did some training program. Okay, it can be your internship, it can be your project, right? So these are all coming under formal, and a few examples are here. Literacy, numeracy, software, programming languages, fluency in a foreign language. I told you Japanese is now ranking. Okay, right, moving on to the next. Soft skills, very important. There are many people who goes blank in soft skills. When it comes to soft skills, they go blank. What does soft skill do? What does soft skill do? Soft skills allow you to work well with others. Don't think your degree only allows you to work well with others. Even you need soft skills as well. Right? When I mean others, it can be your family members, it can be at your workplace, it can be your college as well. Right? Some examples are creativity. How innovative you are in your organization. How innovative you are in your home. How innovative you are in the college. Right? Flexibility. I am very flexible. I can work here even when I extra. Fine, that's fine. Right? Next, teamwork. I already told you, you will be given a project and asked to complete it. You will never be individual for some time. Probably if you become a team leader, you can be a leader. Right? Leadership. You need to take the leadership, or you need to take the ownership of the team which is given to you. You have to have the overall command, being a leader. Right? Next, communication. Very important. So we'll be touching communication also, don't worry. Problem solving. Yes, problem solving is one of the most vital points on soft skills. You need to be able to solve issues, problems, difficulties, etc. Okay. Next, moving on to time management. Very important. So you may be coming late to college wherein the professor excuses you. You may be going home late wherein your parents can also excuse you. Maybe for 101 reasons. But please understand, when you join a corporate, time management is very essential. And if you don't keep up your timing, very difficult for survival. Right? Everything is punch. Interpersonal skills, the last one. The last example rather. So tell me, what is interpersonal skills? This is a kind of skill where how you talk to your friends in college, how you talk to your parents at home, how you talk to your elders, how you talk to your friends, all is in a different manner. Right? So I can give you a lot of examples. We'll see that examples also later stage. Now, moving on to the next. Moving on to the next. You can see a picture here with soft skills. It starts with team spirit, self-confidence, communication, trustworthiness, nambikatanmai, empathy. Many of you may be wondering, what is this empathy? Yes, it is also a type of soft skill. Empathy, the simplest meaning for empathy, if I was you or if I was in your shoes. Right? Assertiveness, hard work, soft work, smart work, assertiveness, smart work. Next, empathy. Okay? Empathy. If I was in your place, I know how would you have suffered. Assertiveness, very smart. Inquisitiveness, asking questions all the time. Why, what, which one? Creativity, yes, you need to be very, very creative for better survival in the world. Okay, right? In very crispy form, in a very simplest form, I tell you, I explain to you what is hard skill and what is soft skill. Hard skill is your technical skills, very simple. Soft skills is your human, personal, and social skills. How you speak to human beings. What is the kind of respect you need and what is the kind of respect you give, and how you move in society. So this is what is called as hard skills and soft skills. Right? Any questions you can mark it to me. Probably we can clear it on 20th. Right? Soft skills. You can see the picture. How soft skills have been used in various places. Time management, customer service, leadership, team skills, presentation skills, communication skills, job interview skills. That's why here you are looking at some soft skills because it is very important for your job interview as well. Right, you got it? So any questions you can shoot to me, or else we are moving on to the next slide. So before moving on to the next slide, you need to believe in yourself. You need to know believing in oneself is such a positive attitude. But initially, you may say, you may refuse, I don't want, I don't. Next, you may say, I can't. Then you may say to your friends, I will try to do it or I want to do it. Then you will start asking questions, how can I do it? Then slowly you will say, I will try it. Okay? And finally, you will say, I can do it and I did it. This is only possible when you believe in yourself. Please understand that. This is only possible when you believe in yourself. Got it? So moving on to the next. As I told you, it's gonna be communication. So this communication, you may be thinking it's so different. Yes, of course it is different. You would have studied communication maybe in your 10th or 12th or maybe in your, even a paper in your UG. That doesn't matter. However, this communication is going to be something which is being stored in your subconscious mind. Right? So to start off with, the first point, LSRW. LSRW. L, listening, speaking, reading, writing. Listening, speaking, reading, writing. Right? Okay, so communication may be in any language that you speak. You may be in any part of the country. whatever language you speak, it is LSRW. One-way, two-way communication. Now which I'm interacting with you, or now which I'm speaking to you, is just one-way communication. And when we have a session which is interactive, it is two-way communication, right? The TV news is one-way communication, and when you start talking to your friend and your friend talks to you, it's two-way communication. Right? And the third point, there is a calculation. You would have seen calculation in maths, or you would have seen calculation in accounts, or maybe finance, or maybe in statistics as well. But please understand, communication, any language you speak, there is a research report says 7 plus 38 plus 55. 7 plus 38 plus 55. So what could this 7 be? What could this 38 be? And what could this 55 be? We will see it in depth, right? So the LSRW, we are moving on to that. The objectives of communication is 4 P's in communication. Please understand 4 P's. You may have an examination. You may have interview. You may have some conference to attend. Whatever be the language you are going in for, these are the basic 4 P's. 4 P's. The first P is plan. The second P is prepare. The third P is practice, and the fourth one is present. So if you are gonna plan out well with these 4 P's, the next day may be an examination. You can come here and have a written presentation. The next day may be your interview. You can come here and give a presentation orally. The next day may be a seminar or a conference which you're gonna attend. There you need to give a speech, or you can speak to them, or you can narrate your seminar or the conference which you have prepared for the paper or the research work. So that's why it is made up of 4 P's. Please understand, don't forget this. Any language you are, you may be from Andhra, you may be from Bengal, no problem. But 4 P's is the same for all languages. So come on, repeat this with me. 4 P's: plan, prepare, practice, and present. So you got it? So what is the use of these 4 P's? The first one, planning, is the first step on the ladder to success. Please understand, guys, if you want to see a ladder and if you want to be successful, the first thing you should have done is practice. First thing you should have done is planning, right? And if you are planned very well, and if you have worked very well from the initial stage, from the beginning, you will not find any stress. You will be comfortable to face your audience. No stress, no tension, no anger. Okay, none of these problems. You got it very clear? Right. Practice. Practice is very important for the first thing. It reduces your nervousness. Many people going for an exam are nervous. Many people going for an interview are nervous. So when you start practicing, this will reduce. Right, next. Practice also makes you to improve your performance. Practice also makes you to improve your performance. Practice also helps you to judge timing. You need to have everything in the set time. Nothing extra time will be given. Right? For example, you cannot ask Madras University to attend another semester to complete my arrears. Right? It is stipulated, it is informed, it is made, it is mandatory that a student doing his UG, only 3 years he is going to be in the college. Right? If you have arrears, you come and write it. We cannot give you a separate semester for that. Got it? So, helps judge timing. May help to refine the content. That subject which you are prepared to write your examination or to attend the interview, you will make it more simplified. You will make it more easy how to present. You got it? So what does practice do? Practice first removes your nervousness, improves your performance, helps to judge timing, may help to refine the content. Content is nothing but the subject. It's nothing but the matter, right? So my question to you, what is communication? What is communication? You all may be giving different answers because you have been studying communication all through maybe let's say 5, 6, 7 years down the line. Right? So now my question to you is, what is communication? You will say exchanging of knowledge, exchanging of information, gathering information, passing on information, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the simplest way you can see, communication is an art of getting your message across effectively. Communication is an art of getting your message across effectively through what is happening now, spoken words. Through spoken words, the first and the most simplest way ever. Right? Number 2, body language. Very, very, very important. How you move your eyes, how you keep your eyes focused on the entire panel members. Right? While talking, how you move your fingers, how you nod your head. It's very, very important. Why? Because it can make or break. Some people, if they take it in the wrong way, it can break. Some people don't take it in the wrong way, in the broad sense. Yes, you keep developing your relationship. Okay? And written words, very important. When you are going to get an approval for a leave, you need to produce a leave letter. You cannot just go and ask your HOD or maybe your class coordinator, please give me leave. No. What is the procedure? A written procedure, which is called the leave letter. Right? And that can be filed as an hard copy. And the final one is visuals. Now what you're watching is the greatest example which I can give you. And this leaves a very, very great impact in your mind. I mean, when I say mind, I talk about, right? I talk about the subconscious mind. There are different types of conscious minds: conscious mind, subconscious mind, and unconscious mind. Right? So we are going to deal with only 2, that is your subconscious mind and conscious mind. And why not with the third? So if you want to see third one, probably after 8 or 9 o'clock, you may find them on the roadside with the unconscious stage. Right? So I'm not focusing on that. Let's focus more on subconscious and conscious mind, wherein subconscious mind is very, very powerful to store all your remembrance, your memories, everything in your subconscious mind, and you can retrieve it at any time. But in conscious mind, there are both possibilities for control, alt, delete, erase, etc. So you need to store this in your subconscious mind. Okay, right. Moving on to the next. Why do we need communication? The most important question, wherein I will ask every one of you, why do we need communication? The answers are so many answers, so many answers. Exchanging information, blah, 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 blah. Okay. The very first thing is to express your emotions. Very first thing is express your emotions. Second, joint understanding. Achieve a joint understanding. For joint understanding, please, guys, remember your family, your mom and dad. This is the best example for joint understanding. And if your mom had a different understanding and your dad has a different understanding, how will the house be? You can think it over. Okay, right. To get things done, if you want work to happen, if you want this and that to be done, you need to speak out. Okay, in many Tamil movies, you need to speak out, it says. So you're going to pass on or obtain information. You already told that. And the last one, reach decisions. Only if you communicate, you can come to some conclusion. Only if you communicate, you can come to some understanding wherein a decision can be made. And the last one is develop relationships. This as a self-explanatory, because you guys will be knowing what is friendship, what is relationship, and to develop that we need to communicate. Still now, I have not spoken about English communication. I am only talking in general about communication. The same for English communication as well. Okay, right. Moving on to the next. Why is, now I'm asking a question, why is English communication so important? Why is it made that much important? Right? Please understand, it is because of LPG. When I say LPG, don't think of the gas cylinder which is in your family. Right? LPG here stands for liberalization, privatization, and globalization. Okay? In India, we have all liberty to study English anywhere, to speak English anywhere, to learn English as well. Right? Privatization, very important. Privatization. All corporates are being privatized. All corporates are private. Not only that, the government also has privatized many things. For example, the flight Air India or Indian Airlines is being sold to a private firm. Many trains have been taken over by private firms, right? So, like that, privatization is also very, very important because they know how to run the show more than the government. Any questions you have, you can note it down and you can ask me. And next, the most important, globalization. Please understand, guys, a guy coming to India from a foreign country, the most common and the most easiest language he speaks to us is English. And when we go to any foreign country, it's very convenient, very easy for us to make them understand when we start to speak English. That's why English has become so important for you and me. Right, so the first slide which I told you, we see in the calculation 7 plus 38 plus 55. So it makes 100, I know that. Whereas 7 is the words that you speak. On an average of a day, you can only speak 7% of words. And when I say 38, 38 is the way you speak, how you raise your tone, how you decrease your tone, how you speak, like angry in an angry way, and how you speak when you are polite. So 38 says that the way how you present, the methodology that you use, the kind of style you make them understand, right? And the most important, which plays a very vital role in English, is 55%, that is the body language. Body language plays a very important part in English, in communication. So please understand, guys, communication is made up of 7 plus 38 plus 55. It may be any language that you speak. It may be in any country you are in. This is what is the formula which has been researched across the globe. Right? So it is 7 plus 38 plus 55. Don't forget this calculation wherever you go, however you do, whatever you do. It is 7 the words that you speak, 38 is the way, the style, the methodology that you speak, and 55% holds the major contribution, that is your body language. So 55% of your communication belongs to body language. Okay, so how are you gonna improve your communication level? Your existing level, you have an existing level of communication, and how are you going to improve that? The very first thing is focus on your language. Which language is important for you? Which language is necessary for you? Focus on that language. Improve it. Improve it. How are you going to improve? Improve your pronunciation. Pronunciation. It's not pronunciation, it's pronunciation. Right? Please be very careful. English is a very funny language, wherein if you mispronounce or if you have a wrong pronunciation, the word goes for a toss. You got it? Then voice modulation. Please understand voice modulation. You have to have a moderate voice modulation, wherein your front members who are sitting in front of you, the interview panel, it may be, maybe anyone, you have to have a strong voice modulation. The modulation should be not screaming, but in a polite way, right? Work on body language. As I told you, 7 plus 38 plus 55, body language plays a very major role, and each way you move, each way you hand, you finger you shake, you have your eyes on everyone, everything is body language. Everything has its own significance in body language, right? And I don't know how many of you have the habit of reading books. Please, guys, reading books improves and improves and improves your knowledge. So as we see in LSRW, we can see there, listen more. Always try to keep listening. Right? Think and speak. Before you speak, think twice, whoever it is, who it is. Right? The next one, don't speak too fast. Speaking very fast is not going to make you anything. Right? You got it? Moving on to the next. Use simple vocabulary. You need not use high technical jargons, guys. You need not use high technical jargons. You need to make them understand. That's it. However simple it is, the better. Do not speak only to impress someone. Right? Impressing may not be that effective. Be careful. Look presentable and confident. So whenever you speak, your face signifies, your face says how confident you are. Right? So you can show your confidence in your face. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute, guys. Yeah, look presentable and confident. So practice. So you may be thinking practice is something which is difficult, but please understand, without practicing, you cannot go to the next step, which makes you more successful and which makes you more intensified. Okay? Success for you in the new global and diverse workplace requires excellent communication skill. You need to be excellent wherever you are and whichever corporate you are. If you want to see success, the first step is you need to have good, excellent communication. Please understand that, right? And any questions you have, please, you can always ask me when you come here on 20, right? Any questions, you can mark down your questions and I can ask you that. Thank you very much. So again, I would say believe in yourself to get the best out of you. Believe in yourself, trust yourself. Believe in yourself to get the best out of you. That's it. Right? And here I would like to say a small story and we'll have a small break. The story of a blind man. Many of you may know this story. A blind man sitting in a busy street had a bone in his hand which had "Blind, please help." Passerbys did not notice him or care to drop a coin. Right? A young advertiser took his board and turned it and wrote something on it. After that, coins started to flow. What did he write? It's very simple. All of you will know it, right? He wrote, "This is a beautiful day which you can see, but I can't." This evoked pity in the minds of the passerbys, and coins started to drop inside. So the moral of the story says, our communication should impress people. Okay, guys. So thanks a lot. We'll go for a break and come back, and we have a very important topic to cover, right? So when we come back, maybe after 10 minutes, we will complete that topic as well. Okay? Thank you. Okay, guys, I'm starting now. I hope you had a break. So the next topic is going to be goal setting. Right. When you talk about goal setting, you need to understand businessmen, cricketers, actors, whomsoever, they have a goal in mind. They have an aim in mind. They want to become so and so and so. Right? A businessman, for example, he wants to double his business within a couple of years. Okay? Probably he may be owning a simple car. Within the next year, you want to buy a BMW or a luxurious car, Lamborghini or something like that, which is very expensive, only by achieving his targets. Right? How did Tendulkar become a master blaster? He created a lot of targets. He created a lot of records. Because by setting targets in his mind, I need to break my own record. I need to create this record. I need to create that. Right? So, before I go into depth, I would like to say a small proverb in Tamil and in English. குறிக்கோள் இல்லாத வாழ்க்கை குறுகிய வாழ்க்கை. I repeat, குறிக்கோள் இல்லாத வாழ்க்கை குறுகிய வாழ்க்கை. You need to understand that a lot. Your life is very short if you don't have a goal. This is in Tamil. In English, it's entirely different. An aimless life is a blameless life. If you don't have an aim in your life, you cannot blame anyone. You cannot blame anyone in your life if you don't have an aim in your life. You got it? Very clear? Right. So start setting your goals today by looking at this PPT. You'll get a lot of ideas and what is the objective on this goal setting. You will be able to understand. By end of this module, you will be able to understand the value of goal setting. I gave you some examples. Entrepreneurs, businessman, he has a lot of things in his mind to focus about the future. His plan may be the next down the line, in a couple of years, he may open his next branch. Right? So, we need to work with goals to appreciate the importance of planning and achieving goal. You will appreciate yourself as you keep achieving your goals, as you keep reaching milestones, as you keep traveling in the most successful life. You will keep appreciating yourself more and more and more. What is a goal? Why do we need a goal? Right? Goals are something that we need or we want to achieve. Right? You may be having so many things in your mind. I need to get this. I need to get that. My future, I need to get this bike. I need to drive a BMW. Or I need to drive a Audi car. Or I need to get a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. Whatever may be. But if it is that, only with goals, nothing will happen. You need to put things into action to achieve your goals. So this is what we are going to see today, and listen very carefully. It's going to be very important, and tomorrow's session is more and more important. You will be seeing something called as group discussion. So don't miss tomorrow's session. Guys, group discussion will be there along with self-introduction, and another one topic will be there. So be present tomorrow as well. Why do we need to have goals? What is the necessity? Starting point from which to improve your results. Unless you know where you are now, how can you improve? You got my point? So in the last semester, you would have got this much marks. I'm just giving an example. In the last semester, you would have got this much marks. Wherein this semester, you need to plan for something more than that. Right? To improve. Set you off in the right direction. How are we going to achieve that? So now we are on the right track. Now we are on the right direction. How are we going to go further? Okay, this is what is and why we have goals. Always you need to check your progress. Where are we? Where are we? What are we doing? What are we doing? Where are we? How we need to go further? How we need to carry ourselves? Right? As and when required, if you think the direction has to be changed, or if you think the course, something has to be replaced, yes, change it. You can very well change it when you think it has to be changed, because you are focusing on your goals. And you will understand when you arrive at a point that yes, my goals are being reached. You will understand that. Only when you arrive at a point, you will understand that your goals. Celebrate that day. Enjoy that day. Right? Let's take a promotion. You are getting a promotion. You are waiting for this promotion and you got it. So you have arrived at your goal. Now what is the next? Where do we go? How do we go? So you need to focus on the next goal. Probably it may be buying a car, or maybe buying a house, or maybe buying a flat, or whatever it may be. Right? Without a goal, how is it possible to check the progress you are in? How is it possible to see where you are, which direction you are going? When you will reach, nothing you will know. You ask yourself a question, am I going in the right direction? Am I traveling in the right direction? I have not yet achieved my goal. Somewhere something has gone wrong. Right? On completion of your task, how do you know? Yes, once you achieve your goal, you come to understand, yes, I have achieved my target, I have achieved my goal. Right? So you need to make goals, whether it has been done or not, whether you have completed it or not. How you're going to do that, it's most important, and how things are going to be in place, again, it's important. A person without a goal is like a boat without a rudder. Right? Rudder is something which is very important to control the boat. And when you don't have a rudder, what happens to the boat? It's uncontrollable. So then what happens? You don't know where you end. You don't know where is the end. So you need to have a goal in your mind. Right? There may be somebody, or maybe there may be one or two who may give me a controversy reply. Before we get into the bus, we wait for it at the bus stop. One bus comes, we don't get into it because it doesn't go to my place. So you have the goal in your mind, your destination is already stored in your mind as to where you have to get off the bus. Right? Or is it in the other way, get into the bus and let's ask the bus where it is going. Like, have you tried that? Just try it and see what is the response of the conductor. Okay? He may think you are come from Kilpok or somewhere. So be very careful about that. You need to have a goal in your mind. You need to have a destination in your mind before you start, right? So get started right away, get started immediately, and start doing things from today itself. Work out your goals and focus on them, put it into action, and start running to achieve them. Right? Goal setting process. Personal goals, career goals, development goals. There are so many more goals as well. So your personal goals can be something pertaining to your family, right? Which is also taken care of the financial goals. Career goals is what's your job, how you are focusing in your job, how you climb the ladder in your job, all these things. Development goals. What is the kind of development you have in your family, in your career, in your finance, whatever it may be, right? So there are some examples of goals I will just show you. Personal goals. You first have to write down what are your goals, and you need to read it continually. It may be something regarding your family, it may be something regarding finance. So this you need to write it down, and you need to keep reading it again and again and again, and this brings value to you as you start achieving it, right? And as you keep reading this again and again and again, it gets stored in your subconscious mind. So when it gets stored in your subconscious mind, you tend to complete the task and achieve your goal. It may be your personal goal, it may be your professional goal. What do I want for myself? You may be having some requirements. You may be you would like to have a Ray-Ban glass. You would like to have a nice bike, right? Next, for my family, what should I buy for my father and mother? Or what should I get for my spouse? Maybe a dress, or maybe some other medical, or whatever it may be. For others, maybe your friend. He is my best friend, so I can get him this, I can get him that as an exchange. Next, test your goals. Very important. They will be testing your goals, your patience and everything. So be very careful about that. And now, the most important is when you set goals, it should be smart. It should be smart. Please understand, smart goals. So what is smart goals? I will come back to you. What is smart goals? I will tell you, right? Career goals. Once we know what we are trying to achieve, we can start to set the career goals. Sorry. Career goals is something that probably within a year or two, you plan to buy a bike. The next, after you buy a bike, you plan to go in for a house. After getting your house, you plan to go in for a car. Right? There are so many things like that, which is your development. In order to do what we need to understand the ratio. So what is the need, the real need that you need to understand, and how you are going to increase your career goals. These will drive the activity needed to produce the result to achieve what we want. So the more you think, the more you plan, the more you set goals, you need to put it into action, and you need to keep it alive. Putting goals in writing. First, you need to clarify your goals, whether this is possible or not. Next, keep refreshing your memory. If that is stored in your subconscious mind, you keep refreshing. Yes, by this time I need to achieve this. By this time I need to buy my car. By this time I need to buy my bike. By this time I need to buy an Apple phone. By this time I need to do this. Right? Keep your goals in mind. Keep it in your subconscious mind. Keep repeating again and again and again. Transforming goals to tasks. How you put it into action. How you put it into action. Establish a clear goal. Your goal should be very clear. Be specific about it. When I say establish a clear goal, you need to think about a goal, and how to achieve it is how to put your action plan. What is the kind of action plan you use for your goal? Right? You need to be very specific. When I ask you a question, okay guys, let me ask you, what is the salary you prefer? What salary you would like to get? Maybe around, let's say 10 or 15,000. You are not specific. Right? You need to be very specific. My salary should be 20,000. My salary should be 25,000. I want to get a job with 25,000. Not the word maybe or okay, it's fine if I get this much. Not like that. Be specific. Establish a time scale. Within this time after joining the organization, I need to get this much of salary. So what is the kind of action plan I should do? Take the action. Think of the plan, put it into action. This is the action plan, which is very, very important. As I already told you, set your goals and let your goals be smart. Smart goals, right? What does smart mean? Be specific. Specific. I gave you an example. Measurable. You need to measure your goal. For example, you cannot think of building a palace on the sea. You cannot have an aim to build a palace or a house in the air. Right? With my first month's salary, I would like to buy a Lamborghini car. It's impossible. So you need to measure your goals. That's what is there, measurable. Achievable. Yes, it should be achievable within the time you have specified. It should be achievable, right? And realistic. Don't give some unrealistic goals, right? Joining into a company and just imagine if a person is saying, within 5 years I would become a millionaire. I don't think it's possible. Realistic. Goal should be realistic. And your next point is the goal should be time bound. Within such time frame, I need to complete this. I need to achieve this. I need to do this. I need to do that. Right? So you need to be very careful about this. Specific, smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time. This is what is SMART. S-M-A-R-T. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time. This is what is called as SMART goals. Goals are divided into 3 categories. Right? 3 categories. One is short-term goal, mid-term goal, and long-term goal. So you need to think. There are 3 types of goals, wherein I'll give you an example. Probably you're nearing your 5th semester, the 3rd years. You're nearing your 5th semester. So your short-term goal should be the marks which I got for my 4th semester. I should get better marks now. This should be your mid-term goal, short-term goal. Your mid-term goal, let me focus more well on my next semester, or let me focus more on the project which I'm going to do in my 6th semester. Right. I'm giving you just examples. Long-time goal. Right? Before I leave this college, before I complete my graduation, I need to get at least 4 offer letters in my hand. Right? Again, I'm giving you an example. Right? So these are short examples of short-term, long-term, and mid-term goals. Right? So any doubts you can ask me always. And again, I'm using the slide to believe in yourself. First, maybe you don't want it. Next, you tell your guys, no, it's not possible. I cannot do it. And then some friends ask you, why not you do it? Then you say, I want to do it. And then, how can I do it? You ask some other friends. And then you say to yourself, I'm going to try it out. And finally, I can do it. When that positiveness comes into you, definitely, let me tell you, you will be on top there and you will say, I did it. Right? So now I'm moving on to the next slide, which says goal setting. Yeah, I'll show you a clipping and I want you guys to tell me what this guy is trying to do. Well, guys, this guy doesn't speak in English, he speaks Spanish. But he has a couple of hammers in his hand and he tries to do something. And I want you to tell me what he does. Right? Watch carefully.
Zeigt ihr euch mal eine richtige Obi-Hammer-Werbung. So, mal was anderes, zeige euch, wo der Hammer.
He has 3 hammers in his hand and just see what he's doing.
So sieht es zu Hause nicht aus. Gut. So, ich meine Tage auf den Kopf.
Yes, guys, did you see what he's doing? If I ask you the question, you would say he's juggling. You would say he is controlling the hammers. Then you would say his eye contact, his mind, he is practicing something. He's trying to do something. He's trying to create something. He's having some innovative thought in his mind. So what not, you may say more than that also. But guys, just see what is in his mind. He has a small aim in his mind. He has a small, what? A goal to be completed. He has a small task to be completed. His goal is not to juggle, not to control, but just see what he's trying to do.
Wahnsinn, schaut das aus. Wahnsinn, super! Hammerhart. Hammerhart, also ehrlich. Ja, das ist der Hammerwert. Das gibt der Hammer. War gut.
I think you would have seen this and you would have been surprised rather to see how this guy so I'll try to give you an introduction about myself. I don't know how many of you I have introduced myself. Anyway, I will just give you a small introduction about myself and I'll just run through this slide because I cannot waste a lot of time. Right? So I wish in different languages because I used to travel across to various states giving a lot of training programs wherein there are many languages here you can see. Well, this is my name. W is not my initial, it's my name. So it's Eugene Edwin Kingsley, wherein you can call me Eugene or you can call me Kingsley or whatever it is. Right? And my education background is not that much. Just a couple of degrees, and I've also completed 3 IIT courses, British Council certified tech trainer. I have more than 2 decades of teaching experience in various colleges and various universities and MNCs. MNCs is nothing but corporate companies, right? I've just written 4 books. The second book, Art of Communication, I received an appreciation from the current Chief Minister that time. It was Dr. Jayalalitha. And my 4th book, I launched it with the Chief Minister of Velachery and I received an appreciation from the current Prime Minister of India. Right? I'm launching my 4th book with the Chief Minister of Velachery. Right? Quickly. There are some letters which I received from the Prime Minister's office, Chief Minister's office, etc. So I have no time to put all those books here, and I'm gonna show you just a few appreciation letters. Right? So when someone says thank you, please make it your habit to say you're welcome. Right, and this is the training which we are looking into, wherein I will be completing all these topics: industry expectation from graduates, importance of soft skills and hard skills, importance of communication, self-introduction, goal setting. So I think we have completed goal setting, communication, soft skills, industry expectation, and now we are going to look at self-introduction. Right, this is recruitment training session 2, wherein grooming and how to prepare a CV. Right, the third session will be group discussion, presentation skills, and interview techniques. So tomorrow I'll be taking a couple of topics from this. Anyway, try to be present. Okay, so this is my introduction, my short introduction, and now I'm going to your self-introduction. How you need to give a self-introduction. Listen very carefully. How you need to introduce yourself for you to sell yourself. You got it? So let's go. The brown on top, your name. This is just the title of the slide. Okay. So how you gonna say your name? I am so and so and so. Right? This is so and so. Myself so and so. My name is, yes. All can be used. The second one is little bit kiddish. Kids in school use the same, so you change it and you use the remaining. Location. The next one which you're going to start. The next one which you're going to start will be from where you are. Okay, I am from whichever place you belong to. I come from, right? I was born and raised in whichever place. Right? You can mention it. I grew up in. So you can use any of these forms for your location. Right? And your family. I am from family of. You need to remove that and use a number there. If you are a family of 4 members, please put 4. If you are a family of 3 members, put 3. Whatever it is, you need to use in the inverted commas, you need to use the numbers. Right? And if there are 4 kids and you are 1, then you need to say, I am one of the 4 siblings. Right? And if you are the only child in your house, I am the only child. You got it? So what are your qualifications? What are your educational qualifications? Right? So you guys are in your 3rd year and you guys have not completed your degree. So you need to say, I am about to graduate. If you have completed it, you can say, I am a graduate, or you can say, I have a bachelor in whichever degree. Next, if you are going in for your PG, or if you have completed your PG, you can use, I am a postgraduate. If you're currently pursuing any course, if you're currently doing some course, you can mention that also. Currently, I'm taking a course and I'm doing a course and I'm pursuing a course. Fine. Right? Next, you can also mention your achievements, if any. When I say achievements, it should be some certificate or medals, like the district level or the state level which you have represented. Wherein you cannot say, I was a school pupil leader from 2nd standard to 4th standard. This is not an achievement. Please understand that. If you have participated or if you have attended conferences, seminars, if you have a certificate, yes, you can say it's that. Hobbies. I'm a big fan of who? You can use an actor's name, a cricketer's name, a funny man's name, or whatever it is. Whoever it is, or you can even put a scientist's name also. Right? I am keen. I am a keen guitarist. I am a keen musician. Okay? I'm a keen artist. Whatever you want. And thank you. And now again I use the same one. You need to believe in yourself. Okay? So guys, you need to practice your introduction, self-introduction, very, very, very important. So try to practice this and we will come to the close of the class. Okay, so tomorrow there will be different topics for you guys. So please try to log in on the given time and we will try to complete those topics at the earliest. Okay, thanks a lot and God bless you. Thank you. Thanks, guys.